Welcome back, everybody, to yet another one of my fashion showcases where I, Muffin Bandit, scour my whole entire server to find the best looks for the season. And oh boy, do I have some amazing freaking looks for you today, because this season we got some dope freaking armor. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button because we are so freaking close to 9,000 subscribers. Holy crap. And if you don't subscribe, I will go over there and break your freaking knees. But anyway, don't forget to also hit that like button and hit that notification bell, or else it will be very sad. If you haven't seen my latest video, there will be a link down below or a link popping up at the top right corner now. Honestly, I really had a lot of fun making that video. There will be more Destiny short stories coming to you guys very soon. And remember, we started doing things a little bit differently, and we started giving away the seal of approval at the end of the episode. That way I can better explain to you guys why I gave it to that Guardian and why they won. So stay tuned for that. And as I said before, I am Muffin Bandit, and I am here to stop you from looking like this dude, and instead get you looking like Shinji and her Emperor's Knight. And I want to start off by saying that, God, I love the Shadow's Mind helmet from the Crown of Sorrows raid. It's amazing, and it makes all of the looks just look so, like, slick, slim, and speedy, you know? And then that combined with the Regal medallion shader just makes it look so regal, I guess. I mean, I know it's in the name, but yeah, anyway, she looks regal, she looks important, and she looks like she can just take you down with one fell swoop before you even know she did it. But on the rest of her armor pieces, she has on the Celestial gloves from the Eververse store. By the way, the Celestial set is so freaking perfect. Do yourself a favor and grab it if you can. For her chest, she has on the Legacy's Oath robes, another personal favorite of mine. And you grab those from the Deepstone Crypt raid. For your legs, you have on the Forbidden Visage? I think it's Visage legs from the Eververse store. For your bond, you have on the Empyrean Cartographer bond, which you get from the Eververse store as well. Jinji, you did an amazing job. I love this Warlock, and for anybody in the future that ever submits something to me, by the way, you can do that by joining my Discord server, link down below. But yeah, if you submit something to me in the future, guys, just know the Shadow's Mind helmet, that's my weakness. Alright, next up on the chopping block, we have Masuka and their Bone Hunter. Masuka, I have seen plenty of Bone Guardians, like my own, for example, that I will pop up here, and I have another one that had this similar Shadow's mask on, and they did like a, what was it, a Ghost Rider. Yeah, Ghost Rider, that was the comic book, man. They did a Ghost Rider type of look using the Shadow's mask, which also looked freaking dope, but yours looks amazing combined with that Celestial hood that's giving it that Scorpion tail, like a bony look, which is amazing. I love it. By the way, you get the Shadow's mask from the Crown of Sorrows raid. For your arms, you have on the Celestial grips, which you get from the Eververse store. For your chest, you have on the Empyrean Cartographer vest, which you got from the Eververse store. Honestly, guys, I knew that the Empyrean Cartographer set would look amazing with the Celestial set. Like, they're made to go together. The Celestial set really is just a part 2 to the Empyrean Cartographer set. For your legs, you have on the Shadow Strides, which you get from the Crown of Sorrow raid. And for your shader, you have on my favorite shader of all time, the Dreaming Spectrum shader from the Last Wish raid. And they also took it a step further and put on the Thornament Wishes of Sorrow, because it's giving it that bony look, and it's the perfect gun to match with this. And you guys know, if you match your gun to your fashion, 10 out of 10, would look at again. Next up, let's roll out that red carpet for a Guardian that looks very freaking regal. We have Oryx and his Guardian, Contessa. So there are two things in this build that are making this look regal. One is the New Monarchy Diamond shader that you get from, of course, New Monarchy or Hideo, whatever his name is. Basically, you can't get it anymore. The second thing that's making it look regal is the Mantle of Aphrodite, which you get from Iron Banner, or which you got from Iron Banner. Both of those things combined are making it look very like regal, very knight-like, very noble, and I love it. And now that I think about it, the other thing that's making it look regal is that Celestial Cuirass, which you get from the Eververse store. That's also kind of helping out because it looks very knight-like, it looks very, I don't know, like important in a way, if that makes sense. And the type of vibe that I'm getting from this is kind of like an armor set that is passed down by generations of like the royal family. They give this armor to like an important knight, or like maybe a knight that is in charge of like guarding like the princess or something like that. And lastly, for their arms, they have on the Anthres Embrace, which you get from
Lost Sectors.
For the legs, they have on the Lucent Knight Strides, which you got from the Dawning. But yeah, you did an amazing job, Oryx. I love me a good knight look in Destiny 2, and you provided. Thank you very much. On to the next Guardian. Next up, we have Optional and his Celestial Demon. So whenever I posted this on Instagram originally, I saw a comment that said, "This looks like every single Titan in the Crucible right now." First of all, go f*** yourself. Because not only do I play the Crucible a lot, I have not seen a Titan look like this. Because yes, I definitely understand that every single Guardian right now is wearing the Cuirass of the Falling Star, because first of all, it's a dope exotic, and it's basically what Titans have been waiting for the missile subclass for a very long time, but it also just looks amazing. But that's not why I'm praising this Titan. I'm praising it because it's rocking the Crushing Guard Coda arms from the Prophecy Dungeon or from the Trials of the Nine back in the day. But I don't really see a lot of Titans using these arms and using them well. Like, I've only seen one other Titan really make these work, and I'll pop it up on screen right here. And then go ahead and pair that with the Celestial Helm from the Eververse store that kind of like thins out to a very thin point towards the edges, just like the Crushing Arms kind of have that little spike coming off of the shoulder. Like, those two things pair very well together. And I will also be the first to admit, I know that he's also rocking the Celestial Greaves and the Celestial Mark, and that makes really 3 pieces from the same set. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and excuse it this time because it just looks so good. It goes with a theme that this is kind of like this like demon in the Crucible just hunting people down. Honestly, this doesn't really even look like a Guardian anymore. He just looks like a straight up demon and not human at all. And it's kind of creepy, and I'm digging it. And I'm also really digging the fact that the old gunmetal shader is making this look a lot more like a creature because of the way that it's kind of like reflecting towards the edges. It really makes it look a lot like a bug almost. I don't know. It just looks like natural plating versus maybe like armor plating. Alright, thank you very much, Optional, for submitting this look. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. It looks great. Good job, man. Alright, next up we have Zol and his Cyber Stag. Now, when I first saw this, I thought of 2 things. I thought of Horizon Zero Dawn meets Borderlands. You can probably guess where I got the Horizon Zero Dawn thing from, because you have the mix of like animalistic features and also the like robotics type of look. That's the kind of vibe that I get from the Caprio Linux ornament for the Stag. And then you go ahead and mix that with the new Pacifica Rush shader, and then you kind of get almost a cel-shaded look for this, and that's where I get the whole Borderlands aesthetic from. And to kind of push the whole cyber aesthetic a little bit more forward, we have the Legacy's Oath robes and boots to kind of help tie the whole entire cyber look together. And the nice cherry on top, he has on the Liminal Voyager Bond. Again, it only just furthers the whole cyber aesthetic. It's basically like a little tiny screen on your arms. It's dope. I love it. Another thing that I really commend them on is using a good amount of shaders to complete the look. So he has on Dark Amalon on his head from the Contact Public event. He has on the new Pacifica Rush from Titan, and then he has that on his arms. He has on Armatura from the Season 13 Season Pass on his chest, legs, and his class item. And something that kind of tricked me at the beginning, because I thought he was using 3 pieces of the same armor set in one, but no, he's actually rocking the Dragonfly Regalia Reaches from the Eververse store, and I really didn't see that coming. It blends in so well with this armor set. The whole entire armor set really does look like it belongs together, and that's something that you guys know that I love. And honestly, I can't really think of a way that he can possibly improve this armor set. It looks freaking dope. I know some of you guys aren't really going to like the shader, but I think it's amazing. But if you guys think of anything that can maybe help improve this in any way, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. Alright, last one before we choose our winner for the day, we have Regal and Rasputin's Revenge. Alright, so one main thing that made me choose this look is you guys love Siva builds. Like every single time I feature any Siva thing in my like Instagram page or anything like that, you guys go crazy for it. So for the head, we have on the instrumental scroll forward ornament called Mind Vault that we got during season 13. And honestly, it's such a great exotic ornament. I bought it immediately. I love anything that has to do with Siva, and Bungie keeps teasing us on the Siva stuff, so it has to come soon. And when it does come, this Titan will be ready. And one piece of armor that really helps tie this whole entire look together is the arms. The Midnight Exigent arms from the Escalation Protocol public event are just perfect for any type of Siva build because it has the same qualities that like the Siva logo has, which is like all of those like pointy edges, and there's like triangles, the most evilest of shapes, and then there's just wires everywhere. And then that's connected to the Celestial Plate from the Everburst store, and the Celestial Plate is kind of providing a subtle effect that I really like. And if you can see around the neck area, you know how the Celestial Plate has all those like constellations, and it's kind of like a light up effect? Well, those constellations kind of look like Siva. It looks like Siva's going throughout his body and like really infecting him, you know? And speaking on a kind of like personal note here, that Celestial Plate has been really working for a ton of my looks that I've just been building on the side for fun. My current Titan is rocking it right now. I'll throw him up on the screen right now. And the funny thing is, he's actually rocking the same legs and marks that my Titan is using. So he's using the Bulletsmith's Ire Greaves from the Scourge of the Past raid. And he's also using the Lucient mark from the Dawning. Same thing as I am. I guess those three pieces just fit together so well, and it creates a freaking dope Titan. And for his shaders, he has on the New Age Black Armory, which you get from dismantling old Black Armory weapons, if you still have those. That he's rocking on his head and his legs. For the other shader, he has on the Bloody Tooth, which you got from Bright Engrams, and that is on his mark. But anyway, really great job, Regal. I know the people will definitely enjoy yet another Siva build. Alright, now that we've seen all of our candidates, let's bring them back one more time to see which one's gonna get the seal of approval. And just so you guys know, I love all 6 of these Guardians. They all look really good, and I chose them from lots of submissions for a reason. But I have to eliminate some Guardians because, of course, only one can win the seal of approval. And with that, I'm kind of gravitating towards eliminating 2 right off the bat. I want to eliminate the Siva Titan because not only did he have a look kind of similar to mine, which probably means that someone else has thought about it before, he just kind of looks a little bit easy to make. So you are going to be the first eliminated. And the second one I'm going to eliminate is going to be the Regal looking Hunter, because I know he looks very unique, and I know you don't see a lot of Hunters looking like this, but compared to the other 6, she really doesn't command too much attention compared to the other ones. Like, your eyes do not gravitate towards her. She's just kind of in the background compared to the other 6. So I am sorry, you will also be eliminated. Alright, we're down to 4, and now we're really getting to the part where it gets super hard to decide. So I think the next one that I'm going to have to eliminate is going to be the Hunter. Mainly because I've seen a look very similar to this, but maybe in black, or maybe I've seen another type of Bone Collector Hunter before. I think the only real difference here is that cloak that's making it look extra great, but as far as who's going to win the seal of approval, it's not going to be this Hunter. Alright, down to the final 3 now, so I think the next one we're going to end up eliminating is the Warlock on the far right side with the stag ornament, mainly because now that I'm kind of looking at it compared to the other 2 Guardians, that red might not be the best choice. Maybe we might need to look for some different shaders for it, but honestly that's probably the only reason that it's not going to win. I can't really think of any other armor pieces that you can probably use with this. I know some people are going to complain that maybe it's a little bit too bulky, but honestly, that's all I can really think of. It's still a great look nonetheless, but compared to the other 2, it just feels like something is missing. Alright, now we're down to the final two Guardians, and honestly guys, I have to give it to the Warlock from Gingy, because one thing that the Titan does have is the fact that it's using 3 of the Celestial armor pieces, and while it still looks freaking fantastic, Gingy, on the other hand, is using different pieces of armor for every single part of her build. And one thing I do like to preach on this channel is that anybody can make anything amazing. You don't have to go out and buy different pieces of armor set, like, for example, optional. He's just rocking the Celestial set with a couple of other pieces, which is fine and it looks fantastic and I approve of. But there's something to be said about someone that can make a Guardian from so many different pieces of armor and make it look like it belongs together and it's part of the same build. And with that, the winner for this video seal of approval is Gingy. Congratulations Gingy on the win, you did a fantastic job, and thank you very much to those of you that submitted your Guardian into the mix. And there was so many good Guardians that I couldn't fit them all into this video, so be prepared to see some of those Guardians hit my Instagram and Twitter very soon. Alright everybody, and just like that, we have reached the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I do want to give a quick shout out to Boom Blasta, who went ahead and drew my Titan out of nowhere. Thank you very much, man. It turned out fantastic. Maybe I should start like featuring a bunch of art at the end of my videos. Would you guys like that? If you guys keep drawing some amazing stuff, I do have an art tab in my Discord server, so maybe I'll grab something from there to feature if I like it, and I will put it at the end of my videos from now on. And before you guys go, don't forget to hit that like button if you like content like this and you want me to keep making things like this, because honestly, it's a lot of fun seeing your Guardians and there is a plethora of Destiny fashion out there. And since you're already down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to keep seeing videos like this, my Destiny short story series that I'm just now starting, or maybe you just want to be kept up to date with the latest in Destiny fashion. And if you guys ever want to know exactly when I post a new video, one, you can either hit that notification bell to be, of course, notified when I do post a video, or you can join my Discord server where my bots will make sure to mention you if I decide to post a new video, or if I decide to tease you guys on the next video. My Discord server is also a wonderful place if you guys want to show me your fashion, if you need fashion help, if you want to submit Guardians for either my Instagram, Twitter, or any future fashion showcases. Or if you just want to join because you want to have a chat with tons of other people, or even me. I'm actually pretty freaking active in that Discord server. You can ask anybody there. I check every single channel, like every single day, and I have a lot of free time during work sometimes, and I just scroll through and look at y'all's fashion. And with all of that said, guys, have a wonderful day, and as always, stay beautiful.